In today's news, Honorable Mitch Turnbull weighs in on border reopening, and parents can be held liable for children not wearing protective face gear.
And on the international scene, President Trump tests positive for coronavirus. All that and so much more when 284 News returns.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Viewers, welcome. It is Friday, finally Friday, of course. Friday, the 2nd of October, 2020. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. We're definitely happy that we are wrapping up this week, Javon. So much has happened, and we have lots more for our viewers today. So let's just jump right into it.
Absolutely. Now, breaking news overnight, viewers, we see President Donald Trump as well as the First Lady Melania Trump testing positive for coronavirus a mere 1 month before the U.S. elections. And of course, after the president spent almost a year largely downplaying the threat of the virus. Now, based on the reports, he may have contracted it from the senior aide, of course, Hope Hicks, but definitely a headline that is rocking the world right now, Kyla. We've heard Trump really push the use of hydroxychloroquine. We also see him going as far as saying you can use disinfectants to cure the virus earlier this year. Clearly, both have been dismissed by experts, but the world is now watching to see what the president's next step is. A lot of persons have said this is a hoax, especially since the president did terribly at the last debate, clearly looking for some amount of sympathy, but others have said he is the president and it is a fact that he has been infected with the virus, and we need to send our sympathies.
Javon, at the end of the day, some persons would think, this is a hoax because look who we're dealing with. We're dealing with Donald Trump. But at the end of the day, we do understand that coronavirus can affect anyone. We saw where over in the UK, Prime Minister, he also was infected with the virus months ago. So really and truly, coronavirus watch no face. And, if this is the case with Donald Trump, we do wish him all the best, of course.
Absolutely, and we do know he's high risk as well, being that he's 74 years old. Boris just around that age or a little bit older, and we do know for sure that persons or the elderly are more prone to contracting the virus. So like you said, we want to wish him all the best. But as we look across the region as well, many islands in the Caribbean are now reopening to tourists in some form or fashion, Kyla.
Yeah, and as we see, for example, we see where Anguilla is actually gearing up for phase 2 of their tourism reopening, that is, and now with hotels and resorts and villas being added as approved and certified accommodations for visitors. And Javon, with the BVI scheduled to reopen on December 1st, we've been speaking about this, and we're going to continue speaking about this till that day and probably onwards. But we see where opposition member Honorable Mitch Turnbull, he weighs in on ways that we can basically move this process forward, because of course we are still awaiting a plan from the government. Persons, residents, and our eager guests are really waiting to see what the procedures would look like here in the BVI, and we're going to dive into Anguilla's second phase as well. So we're definitely looking across the region to see what other islands are doing and seeing if that's something that we can implement here in the BVI.
Absolutely. Kyla, before we move on to the newscast, another issue, a picture surfacing, and the picture is going to come up shortly on the screen, that really have residents across the BVI questioning the protocols, because currently, as we know it, restaurants are currently allowed to reopen. They are on that list. But nevertheless, bar owners, persons who are not approved to reopen, of course, cinemas and so on, but primarily places that sells alcohol, are feeling disadvantaged somehow because based on what we're seeing on the screen, this is a restaurant, Kyla, and restaurants are allowed to open, but clearly we see here persons having a drink at that restaurant. So what we see, Kyla, is ultimately the rules does not apply across the board, and the rules that does apply, it's not being reinforced strongly. And some persons in our community, primarily from the business community, are being disenfranchised, Kyla. But that is all we have for now in that story. We're going to head straight into our newscast, beginning with some good news. We are so happy to be celebrating our store opening. CCT standing firm on its commitment to the people of Virgin Gorda. On a rainy day yesterday, of course, yesterday morning, the Virgin Gorda CCT store held their ribbon cutting ceremony for the opening of the brand new storefront at the Virgin Gorda Yacht Club. Now, Sister Island Program Coordinator Ms. Sasha Flack spoke on behalf of the government at this momentous occasion. Let's listen in.
I am so happy to bring greetings on behalf of the government of the Virgin Islands, especially District Representative Honorable Vincent Wheatley and Territorial at-Large Representative Honorable Shireen Flax-Charles and the people of Virgin Gorda. Today is a beautiful day, and we are so happy to celebrate the CCT Global Communications as they establish a new location and a new frontier for the island of Virgin Gorda. Over 20 years ago, CCT opened their first office in Virgin Gorda, and their support and communication to the community has continued ever since. Their acknowledgement of corporate social responsibility through countless sponsorships like the Virgin Gorda Easter Festival, initiatives with our community schools, and their recent contribution to the Virgin Gorda Resilience Team is a stellar example of how organizations should work within the community. As the Sister Islands Coordinator, my main focus is to continue to bridge the gap between the territory's main island of Tortola and the sister islands of Anguilla, Jos Van Dyke, and Virgin Gorda. CCT has contributed greatly to this cause through their connectivity, and now more than ever throughout this COVID-19 era, we realize just how important communication is to our progress. Online Zoom meetings, online schooling, and other initiatives during this period has taught us that during the unexpected, we can rely on companies like this one. Once again, I would like to congratulate the leaders of this fine company, and I wish you and the staff continued success as you expand and improve to meet the needs of your customers. Thank you.
That was the beautiful Miss Sasha Flack, straight out of Virgin Gorda. Now, Retail Services Manager Jamali Thomas, speaking on the resilience and commitment to the Virgin Gorda community, said the following. He said, and I quote, "In September 2017, as many of you may know, CCT was displaced by Hurricane Irma. In addition to rebuilding and replacing our telecommunication infrastructure, we were also faced with relocating our storefront, and today, after 3 long years, we are ecstatic to be back in the Virgin Gorda Yacht Harbor." That was Jamali Thomas. Now, the first CCT office in Virgin Gorda opened some 20 years ago, providing telecommunication services. The service offering has since expanded and evolved to include internet service and various business solutions. Kyla, great news for the CCT family as they continue to extend their wings throughout the length and breadth of the BVI, providing excellent telecommunication services. Now we know they continue to extend themselves to the community, whether it's their corporate social responsibility or simply being a part of activities that matter. But nevertheless, we are so happy and thrilled to welcome CCT once again to the beautiful island of Virgin Gorda.
Most definitely. And Javon, we always speak about our sister islands and making sure that they do not feel left out. So we love when businesses definitely dive into that community, giving them services and products. So we're definitely happy for them. Now, as we move on, the BVI's Chief Environmental Health Officer, Mr. Lionel Michael, is now reminding parents that they will be held liable if children are not wearing protective face coverings in public places. Parents can be fined if they don't allow their children to wear the proper protective face coverings, especially in public places. This was revealed by Mr. Michael in a virtual public health meeting on mask wearing and social distancing, which was held earlier this week. Mr. Michael said children who are 12 years and younger are allowed to wear face shields. He said, and I quote, "If you give your children who is 12 years old and under a mask and the child finds the mask uncomfortable, if we see the child without a mask, we are going to charge the parents." This is what Michael explained. He further explained, "A lot of this is discretionary. Use your discretion and protect the children, especially babies. Or main objective is to suppress the virus. It is not about putting pressure on people who live in the BVI. It's about putting pressure on poor practices," end quote. According to the COVID-19 suppression orders implemented by the government, a fine of $100 can be charged if persons fail to wear face coverings in public spaces, including any establishment, gatherings, or public transportation. Business owners can also be fined $1,000 if they allow individuals to enter their establishments without proper face coverings. Michael said the police or members of the social distancing task force may issue tickets outlining fines to persons who are in breach of these and other measures implemented to protect the territory from this highly contagious COVID-19 virus. Now, Javon, this is news coming out of environmental health. Of course, we know that kids are still prone to the COVID-19 virus, but we can see where it could be a bit uncomfortable for children, and some parents may struggle with having kids that want to basically wear face coverings, masks, shields, etc.
Definitely, Kyla. 2 points coming out of this story, though. One thing we do know within the last, let's say, month or two, based on the numbers we've been able to confirm in the BVI, we see young children, babies, being infected with the virus. So clearly they're not excluded from contracting this virus. We have to be very careful. And additionally, if we are indeed pushing for schools to reopen, this is definitely one of the conditions we want to have them abide by. So I think it's only fitting that we begin to condition our children. Like Mr. Michael said, if the mask is an issue, maybe we can work towards a face shield. And they're cute little fashionable ones now and that are being sold very reasonably around the territory. So like he said, it's not against the people, but against the virus. The virus is the enemy, and we want to make sure that we're protecting our children.
Most definitely.
Viewers, still ahead, BVI entrepreneur Sarai Smith has launched a breast cancer awareness initiative in collaboration with the Breast Cancer Society. So today we are live with both Ms. Sarai Smith as well as Ms. Gloria Foy. We have all the details when we return.
How may I assist you? You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top up power?
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, we know October is wonderful for so many reasons, but it's also known as the official month of breast cancer awareness, a disease that is continuing to rob so many women of their lives as well as their livelihoods. More and more we're realizing that it requires an all-hands-on-deck approach, and so today we have the honor of speaking to Ms. Sarai Smith, the owner of ProductJunkie, as well as the president of the BVI Cancer Society, Ms. Gloria Foy. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you. Hi, thank you for having me.
All right, so Sarai, your brand is very popular in the community, especially for us naturals. But for our viewers who may not be familiar, just give us a brief background of your brand, Product Junkie?
Sure. So, Product Junkie is a natural hair care online retailer in the British Virgin Islands. We sell what we call cleansers or shampoos, conditioners, stylers, thing in terms of accessories. We also have scarves, different things like that. So anything along hair care, you can contact Product Junkie via our Facebook page or any type of social media. We're on there or on our website. You can check us out on our website at productjunkieonline.com.
And viewers, if you must know, that's where I get my natural hair products from. Now, Ms. Foy, this is a big month for you, and by default, of course, the breast cancer awareness program. I know COVID has definitely changed a lot about the way we go about doing things. Generally, lots of activities, plans, but nevertheless, how are you feeling about breast cancer awareness this time around?
The excitement is still there. Look, COVID had, hit us a hard blow. We are up and running now. We're going to have the walk, which is going to be next week. CIBC has joined with us once again, so we're going to have that walk next week, Saturday at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. So we're encouraging everyone in the British Virgin Islands to come out. It's going to be a little different this month. You're just going to come and register, throw a little donation in the basket, and keep walking, because we gotta adhere to social distancing. So I'm pretty excited about, and I'm always excited about breast cancer awareness month, because it brings increased attention and support for awareness, early detection, and treatment, as well as palliative care.
Absolutely.
So we are not
Now,
wearing the
Sarai, I
pink
know
for
you've
nothing.
recently
We are wearing the
launched a
pink for
new
something.
social initiative, of course, in an effort to bring awareness to some of the health issues in our community. What exactly are you working on? Let's talk to the public about what it is and what would have inspired you to get into this.
This year, everything is unconventional because of the COVID-19, and because our office is so small, we can't accommodate anyone. I'm very sad that the students are not going to be with us this year, because we enjoy young people. So this year we decided to use social media. The minister did his speech for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did my remarks. You're going to hear from different persons within the community. We have joined with, say, Dr. Michael Turnbull for the psychological aspect. We're going to join with Philippa Barry for the health aspect, eating right, eating healthy. So we're doing a lot this month, but we're going to do it from the internet.
Absolutely,
and I really
virtually, and
believe
that is the
social
new way to
media,
go.
which is
Now, Ms. Smith,
yes.
I know that you would have extended your efforts in support of breast cancer awareness, Sarai Smith. Just talk to us about your project and why you decided to work along with the breast cancer awareness community. Ms. Smith?
Very much into, yes, hi, I'm very much into giving and service. I'm very service oriented. So when I realized Breast Cancer Awareness Month was coming up, I really wanted to jump in and give my heart, because it's very dear to me due to my family history, and I'm considered a high risk individual as well. So I really wanted to jump in. I really partnered and commit. I've been doing work with the Cancer Society on and off, but never officially. And so what we're doing this month, we have some initiatives especially whereby we're trying to create more awareness for young women in my age group, the under 40 women. And we're trying to raise awareness around prevention, preventative measures, as well as early detection. Because I strongly believe that prevention is better than cure. So if we can focus on young women early and show them the different aspects, whether it's psychological or health related or anything along those lines, we're here to assist. So we have some initiatives that we're going to partner with the Cancer Society and work closely with them for the actually beyond October for the rest of the year.
Excellent. Now, I remember speaking to you, Ms. Foy, right here at 284 Media, just about a year ago. And when we spoke to you, you mentioned that alarmingly more and more young people are being diagnosed with breast cancer. Why do you think that is?
There are many reasons why breast cancer is increasing with young people. Actually, I researched it today, and the rate of breast cancer in young people has doubled. And we have a lot of reasons. I'm going to mention a few of them. Obesity. We are very, very much overweight. And as a matter of fact,
Ms. Foy? I could barely hear you. I think we're having
I was saying before.
difficulty. Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead. Okay, I think we're having some difficulties with Miss Gloria Foy's audio. So I might need to just wrap up with you, Sarai, unfortunately. I remember you saying that, on Wednesday, actually, you kicked off things by creating a human pink ribbon on Wednesday at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Park. Just tell us about that event and what else you have planned. I know you mentioned lots going on up until the end of the year, up until December, of course. Speak to us about that.
Yes, so on October, we kicked off our activities with a human pink ribbon, and we all know the significance of the pink ribbon is to create unity and hope around this cause. So I reached out to a few of my customers who found this cause to be meaningful and dear to their heart, and I also reached out to Ms. Gloria, the president of the Cancer Society, and also rallied up some of the members there. And we had an amazing time. We chatted a little bit, we had some laughs, and we created this amazing pink ribbon. So that was the kickoff of our activities. And we'll be having some fundraisers. We hope to do some initiatives within the territory. So not just on Tortola, but we'll be reaching out and doing some virtual discussions around, again, prevention and early detection.
Excellent. Is Ms. Foy still with us? I think we lost. Oh, I can hear you. I'm so sorry about that earlier. But I know you mentioned that, you have dynamic plans for the rest of this month. And of course, we'll be in touch with you, of course, to ensure that we're spreading the message and it's as far reaching as it could be. But as we begin to close out, what do you want to say to the wider BVI public regarding this disease?
I just want to say I need for everyone to be on board this year. Of course, all the plans are scaled down. We are not we are not doing the health fairs because of social distances. But I encourage anybody to put that little $5, $1, $20, put it in the pan. Let's further the cause of cancer. It's affecting breast cancer, especially. It's affecting our women, our daughters, our aunts, our mothers, and even men.
Absolutely. Ladies, I just want to thank you so much for bringing awareness to this much needed cause, the issue of breast cancer, clearly an issue that we continue to deal with here in the BVI. And like Ms. Gloria Foy said, it will require a holistic approach, the community, the village coming together to ensure at least we can reduce the numbers in the BVI. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Kyla. That was, of course, representatives or advocates as it relates to breast cancer awareness and, of course, trying to reduce the numbers in the BVI. This is a conversation we have year in, year out, simply because it is something very prevalent in our community. Just last year, speaking to Ms. Gloria Foy, we do remember her saying, we really have to look at the way we eat. We have to change our diets. We have to look at what we're putting into our bodies. And like she just said, obesity contributing being one of the main contributing causes to this disease. So overall, just taking a different approach to our health and doing what we must to reduce the numbers.
Most definitely, Javon, as October go on, and I'm glad that you said it, because we will be on a mission to spread the message and to basically advocate for just spreading the message throughout the BVI. But Javon, we have much more for our viewers, so we do want to take a quick commercial break. This is 284 News, and we'll be right back.
Brilliant Hands and Minds Tutoring Services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now, as I was saying in the beginning of the newscast, we've been speaking about our border reopening for tourism, and now we see where the opposition continues to weigh in on this conversation. Now, Javon and viewers, we've said it and we're continuing to say it, that we know that in just 2 months, on December 1st, we will be reopening our borders, and residents are eager, our guests are also eager, and we're also awaiting a plan or a proper rollout of what this reopening might just look like. Now, our newsroom, we posed a question to the members of the opposition asking what suggestions would they give to the government as they proceed with the reopening of the borders for tourism on December 1st. Now, Honorable Mitch Turnbull, opposition member and representative for the 2nd Electoral District, spoke on what needs to be done to create this reopening plan. Let's take a listen.
What I want to see is nothing that hasn't been done before. It's not rocket science. It's nothing you have to create. The tourism sector, as said by the member for the third very eloquently last night, yes, financial services gives the easy money, as he said last night in his contribution, but tourism has been the driving force of the territory. There have been so many different ways that we have chosen to diversify tourism. So just go back to the basis, go back to the people, go back to the businesses, understand what is happening in the industry, what is happening, how are their business been affected, how are you going to open the restaurants, how are you going to open the hotels and villas, how are you going to have people traversing the streets with the community. We have these provisions now in place. If you don't have on a mask, you can get fined. Does that now apply to everybody else? Would the people know about it? There was an incident that was articulated and aired via social media where 2 boats came in from Puerto Rico and they came into Just Van Dyke and they turned around because they didn't know. So if they didn't know and they're right there in Puerto Rico, you're saying you're opening the borders to everybody, and our people on the ground don't have a solid understanding. So it's as simple as coming together. We don't need to be in-person meeting. Coming together with a virtual meeting. Have the persons, the director of tourist board, she's new and she's smart, Kenisha Sprav,
Now, viewers, we see Honorable Mitch Turnbull basically speaking to how we can all come together to basically formulate this plan. Javon, Honorable Turnbull feels that the government should go back to the people, to the businesses, and the many stakeholders that have been affected by this pandemic. He is calling for us to come together and put our ideas together, because the stakeholders is who really know and know what the viewers, what our guests need as they return to the BVI.
And Kyla, that is exactly the sentiment of the stakeholders themselves. We've been speaking with persons, especially within the hospitality industry, and many of the businesses across the board that tie into tourism, hospitality-related businesses. And the one thing they're saying that is lacking is a conversation with the government. They're saying, we are on the ground, we understand the business, we understand what needs are, what the customers' needs are, and BVICCHA have been petitioning for this as well, Kyla.
Right.
And lots more we can offer on this, but for now we are ultimately out of time. But viewers, you can read our news on 284media.com to be up to date with everything else that's happening. My name is Javon Wilson.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. Have a happy Friday and a great weekend.
Bye.